What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Remember, new videos every week on this channel, specifically Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. So don't miss out. So as you can see, we got our lovely ladies of the evening. I got my fat stack of books. For those who don't know, I am a studious ass fool. I am a heavy reader. I read a lot. And this is realistically just half of the books that I got. I got like 2 or 3 more stacks like this, just waiting to be read or reread. I like to reread a couple of the books. But being that this is 2024, a lot of you have new goals. Some of you may have the goal too. You know what? I'm gonna stop watching so much TV. I'm gonna stop binge watching Netflix. I'm gonna stop scrolling through TikTok every night. I'm actually gonna do a little bit better for my cognitive health. I'm gonna do a little bit better for my brain health. I'm gonna start reading a little bit more. A lot of you, maybe like myself, like reading the self-help books, you know, books about leadership, you know, success, money, any one of those good buzzwords. But which books should you read in 2024? Today, out of this fat stack of books that I got, we're gonna be going over 3 reads that I highly recommend going into 2024 to help you achieve your goals. And first things first is gonna be this one, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, it's mainly about money. People say money isn't everything. Yeah, I suppose it isn't, but money does pay the bills and money does help you buy what you want and need. So yeah, it may not be important, but it definitely helps out in life. That's where this book comes in. It talks about the manifestation of money, what you can do to start grabbing more, increasing that bank account. This book has stood the test of time. Written in the 30s, but regardless of how long ago it was written, a lot of the application of this book can still be applied to today's economy, to today's society, to your actions that you do each day. So again, Napoleon Hill, if you're reading for one book about money to get you in the right mindset, the right mind state, to get more money, increase the bank account, you know, just become rich, wealthy, success, this is what you want. Think and Grow Rich. Remember, it all starts up here. That's why it says think and grow rich, not grow rich, then think. Everything starts here. Whatever you start manifesting up here, sooner or later, the universe will start giving your way. So that's going to be it for that one. Now, second book that I recommend is going to be John Green's The 48 Laws of Power. Now, the only downside to this book is it's practically a fucking textbook. I mean, look how big this book is. It's pretty beefy. It's got a lot, but a lot of these laws I've noticed, and if I start applying it, I've noticed a big difference in my life. Some people say the book may be controversial, manipulative, because that's kind of John Green's thing when he reads or when he writes these books. But you know what? That's all right. A lot of these things can apply to your day-to-day life to help propel you in life. All right, whatever it is that you read in this book, you got to be able to apply it. Now, what I like about this though is it doesn't just give you what the laws are. All right, it also gives you an example of when this law was used in real life. So it gives some type of historical event or some type of famous person, some well-known person in history who has used this law that is being described to their advantage. And it goes more in depth about how you can use it in your life. But it also gives a portion where it talks about, okay, if you do happen to do this like we're telling you to, just be careful that this may have, so it's kind of a drawback, you know, a counter to that law, because there's always going to be a downside to everything. So it gives the positive, but also gives a potential downside that you should be aware of. So that's one thing I really like about this book. Yeah, you should be doing this, but just know if you do, there's the possibility that this negative may happen. So that's what I really like about it. It goes really in depth. Granted, again, it is like a textbook. It's a heavy read, but a lot of the things that are laid out in this book can be applied to a real life. We're talking about in business, we're talking about in school, we're talking about just your own professional development. Whatever it is that you're doing, there's more than enough laws in this book that could apply to all fields of life. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Me personally, this is my absolute favorite book. Anything that I do, whether it be at work, my workouts, relationships, anything that I'm gonna delve myself into, I try to apply what I learned in this book to those aspects of my life. Now, regardless of which book you read, doesn't matter if it's that one, doesn't matter if it's Think or Grow Rich, doesn't matter if it's any of these, doesn't matter if anything. Anytime you're reading anything, listening to anything, even a podcast, at the end of the day, you actually got to apply what it is that you learned. And when do you apply it? Well, it comes down to, are you disciplined to apply it? That's where this one comes into play. No Excuses by Brian Tracy. The biggest takeaway from this book is going to be self-discipline. discipline. You can learn everything you want. You can see all these motivational videos on YouTube. You can hear all these different podcasts of how to start a business, how to start a podcast, how to do better in school. You can read all these books, how to succeed in business, how to get better in relationships, whatever. You can take in all this knowledge, but unless you actually apply it, it means absolutely nothing. So when you actually apply it, you gotta have the discipline to do so, and you gotta have the discipline to actually stay the course and continue applying yourself to all these things that you're gonna put out. No excuses, right here. It talks about different examples of things that have happened in the past to the author and other examples to other people's in the author's life. It talks about how self-discipline applies itself to when you're running a business. It talks about how self-discipline applies itself to when you're setting goals and how to stay consistent to achieve your goals and not just be all talk, all right? Again, self-discipline is a really huge concept. Jocko Willink said it the best. Discipline equals freedom. You want something in life, you have to be disciplined to stay the course and know what it is that you have to do to actually achieve it. This book lays it out perfectly. It doesn't use this heavy ass vocabulary, these complicated words. No, it gets straight down to business. Everyone, doesn't matter what your reading level is, you will most likely understand what it is that Brian is saying in this book. Again, bottom line is, you want to get shit done, you gotta have that discipline to make it happen. That's what you need to read. Again, these are just my 3 reads that I recommend for this year. Obviously, I got plenty more that I could recommend. I got many more in my room, but these are just 3 good starters, I guess I should say. Number 1 is money, because money makes the world go around. Money isn't everything, but it does buy you fancy things. It does buy you food. It does pay the bills. It puts clothes on your back. You know, money isn't everything, but it makes life a lot easier. So you want to get more money? Read, Think, and Grow Rich. You want to succeed in multiple parts of your life, whether it be about business, relationships, or other? 48 Laws of Power. What you can learn on these books, you can apply to other areas of your life. Regardless of where you are, where you're trying to go, regardless of what you hear and what you're trying to apply, regardless of what you see and you're trying to implement, doesn't matter. Anything can be learned, but unless you actually apply it, it means absolutely nothing. And you're going to apply it yourself through self-discipline. You want to make shit happen, you got to be disciplined to make it happen. That's where this one comes in. No excuses. Top 3 reads, highly, highly, highly recommended. Comment down below, what are your favorite reads? Doesn't even matter if it's this type of books where it's self-help, success, leadership, money, doesn't matter. Comment down below just what are your favorite books. What would you recommend others to read to make 2024 their year and make shit happen for them? Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do. Doesn't matter whether it's about mindset, motivation, diet, nutrition, workouts, programs, doesn't matter. Comment down below. Be more than happy to help y'all out. Also, be sure to subscribe not just to this channel, but my girlfriend's channel and our couple's channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, we got new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. This channel specifically, every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. My girlfriend's channel, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then for the couple's channel, every Wednesday and Sunday. As for Instagram and TikTok, be sure to follow not just my accounts, but my girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.